Hey guys, we're going to do something different today. I am hanging out with Sensei Ryan from his YouTube channel called Sensei Ryan HD, and you guys voted for him to be the one who gets a free channel review here to help him grow his audience and spread his message to more people to change more lives. And so maybe you guys remember a few weeks ago, you all kind of voted, and there's 4 of them. And Ryan, you got the most votes. Congratulations.
Thank you very much. I'm honored to be here. I just was so happy that I was the one who was chosen out of all the good competitors.
Yeah, there were some good people in there. You know, someone's talking about like domestic violence and abuse. Someone talking about like trying to find their mother. Someone talking about just like finding peace in your home and things. You know, there's a lot of great stuff. But what's your message? What's the message you're spreading here on YouTube?
I want to be that happy, positive guy that's always trying to help people have a better life and try to spread positivity, as well as give them good solutions that they actually want to learn. Because if I can give them something that they want to learn and something that they want to, improve on, then they'll be more willing to, hear my inspirational message.
Right. Yeah, cool. So you've been on YouTube for about 5 months is what it looked like. Well, since we first uploaded. And again, there's a link to his channel in the description below, or a card will pop up around here you can click on if you want to go check out his channel. So when I review people's channels, it's usually helpful for me to know what their goals are so I can help you reach them, right? Because some people, like, their goals are subscribers, others are views, others to sell a product, others to book consultations, or others, there's lots of different goals you could have. So is there any like business part behind your channel that, hey, it doesn't have to be, I'm just asking so I can help you as we go through our conversation here about improving your channel. Is there anything like that kind of long-term, long goal vision?
Well, absolutely. I'd like to reach the 100,000 subscriber mark, and then maybe one day a million subscriber mark. That's what really matters to me, because I know if I have more people listening, then if I can spread my message just like you do, then I can help out more people. That's what matters to me.
Okay. So really the main goal we're going to talk about here is just getting exposure, views, and converting those views into subscribers. Well, I know you have some questions about your channel, and I went through it and I took down a bunch of notes to help you. But I want to make sure that we first start with the stuff that's most valuable and most important to you. So how about let's hit up your questions. What questions do you have that you want to go through first about your channel?
My main thing that I would like you to explain to me, because I've done a lot of heavy consulting for my martial arts business. If I could get a plan, a step-by-step plan that I can put together that would say, okay, if you're out there, you're on this area, you're doing this, you have these goals set together with this website working in this way, and you're the boss, obviously.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that's a good question. It's a common one a lot of people ask, which is why I have my course, 0 to 10,000 subscribers in 12 months, which is what I did here on Video Creators. My ebook, and I don't mean this to plug, but I'm just, resources I go more in depth are the 30 Days to a Better YouTube channel, is basically designed to do exactly that. So we're going to talk through some of the principles in that book here together, because it is how I answer that question. The first thing you need to have, like, to make your channel really sticky and make it easy for people to subscribe, is you need to know 2 things. One, who it's for and why it's valuable to them. And so when I'm looking at your channel, usually the first place this is reflected would be in the header image. It's something that's, quickly skimmable, people can see. And then I see this Sensei Ryan, positive how-to solutions for life. New video every Wednesday, some Saturdays, fun how-tos, DIY projects, clever ideas, inspiration. And I see you in like the black and yellow martial arts gown with clouds in the background. And I guess I'm just not really quite sure who it's for. Positive how-to solutions for life is kind of general. So when you're making your videos and you're crafting your content, you're playing with ideas, who is it in your mind that you are trying to reach as like the most ideal person who would be most interested in your content?
That's the $1 million question. It's hard because I'm one of those type of people that likes to jump around all the time, but I know, because I've studied a lot of people on YouTube, the ones who are successful and get a real start, they have a real target audience, and I don't. So
yeah, the natural one to go to is people who want to learn self-defense.
Yes.
So that could be women who or maybe in relationships that they shouldn't be in. It could be someone, just a guy, maybe it's a kid who's getting bullied at school. Maybe it's a, junior high kid. Like that could be, pretty broad
But
audience.
I've intentionally stayed away from my martial arts a little bit.
Okay.
And more recently, I want to focus more on a little bit broader audience instead of just the martial arts side. But
okay. So then what's the value that you want to deliver, like, at the end of the day?
I want to deliver positive, inspirational messages to people, and like the clever ideas where it's stuff that's actually going to help people out with their life. So I have these different ideas that I can put together, and it's like, wow, that's a really cool thing that I could do myself, or I could make, or I could have. And by doing that, that's the type of delivery that I want. Yeah. And then I sneak in there inspirational, positive messages for the people who want to live a more positive life. But again, it's just a little difficult.
So when you say positive life, that's kind of vague and a little bit general. If you were to narrow down on that, like, what would be the result that someone would see in their life because they've been watching your videos?
Well,
you don't need to have an answer for it necessarily. I'm just kind of, drill down a little bit.
Yeah, it's really that's the tough thing that I've been struggling over, because it's people who want that encouraging message, and maybe they don't feel like they're getting enough of that around other people, or it's the one thing I've kind of struggled with, that I'm hoping to get help.
But you understand that, like, the value proposition with the target audience and how those two things go together, so that when someone who is in your target audience and is looking for this value finds your channel, it's like, I need to subscribe to this channel, and I need to watch every single video that Sensei Ryan produces, because this is exactly what I need. And it's hard to do that if you have an elusive kind of just thing that people aren't, like, you need to someone needs to feel like this is for me. And if you don't make anyone feel that way, then it's harder to grow the audience. So.
Right. Exactly.
That's really big. Like, once you figure that out, then the rest of this will probably just flow for you. But, like, those two things are really big. So once you have your target audience, and then you have your value proposition kind of figured out, and you've integrated those things into your branding, your channel trailer, your header image, each of your videos points it back to that. Like, a video creator is just master YouTube, spread your message. That's the what and the why. The what is going to teach you to master YouTube. The why it matters. Like, why should you care? It's going to teach you to hopefully spread a message that changes lives. That's why it matters to me anyway. So that's what I believe about this and what compels me. So then let's talk about some more practical things. So I'm looking through like your titles and your thumbnails, and one of the biggest things that will help your videos do well is the billboard. Like, does it even entice someone to click in the first place? Which is going to be the title and the thumbnail at the beginning. So thumbnails that work best are, like, really zoomed in tight and close up on the action that you're talking about. So, how to tie a bowline knot, or bowline, knot, however you say it, in under 2 seconds. And that's not even featuring, like, a rope in the thumbnail, So I wonder how much better that video could be doing.
Okay.
Now let me ask you this. On some of these videos, did you pay to promote them at all?
No, it was through Reddit.
Reddit. Okay. That's what I thought. I saw this huge spike in the traffic, and then it kind of tapered off. So it was either a big spike like that, or it's paid promotion. Yeah. So cool. Another thing we were going to talk about here, the first 15 seconds of your videos, that hook is really important.
Okay.
And I can tell that you're thinking about it. I'm assuming you are, right? Like, it seems like you are. Yeah. A better hook than describing what the content is going to be that's coming is the better hook is to describe, again, going back to the why it matters, why it's value. Like, this is the value you're going to get from this video. So pitching the story and the value, like, what's the benefit someone's going to get from this, rather than this is going to teach you to do. Okay. Like here on Video Creators, like, the question most people have is, how do I get more views and subscribers on YouTube, right? And so I could do that video, but what people are actually looking for is they want more views and subscribers because they want to feel more valuable, or they want to feel popular, or they want to sell something more of this, or they want to grow more exposure for this. There's always, like, a different goal behind getting views and subscribers. And the same thing's going to be true often for a lot of people click on one of your videos. So this first 15 seconds, if you design it around like it's a totally DIY thing, like often you just do the what, but if you can pitch the reward or the value someone's going to get, it's usually a stronger hook. So the how to make your own zipline video, that one, the hook on that one, which is great. It was all these people just falling flat on their faces, you know? And so you knew, oh, this guy's going to teach me how to make a zip line that doesn't have an epic fail at the end.
Right. And that one actually is getting YouTube traffic. That's why
it's growing like this. I looked at it. It's going up. And I think with a maybe a clear, it's a decent thumbnail. But if that text was more clear, or if you just remove the text completely and just had that big old shot of your face smiling really big, like that would be good too.
Okay.
So yeah, when I think of my hooks, it's not just about what we're going to talk about, but it's like, this is why you should care. And now that might not apply to everyone's content, might not apply to all of your videos, and certainly doesn't apply to all my videos either. But when possible, I'll try to lead with that as my hook. So regarding your titles, it looks like most of the time you are writing like 2 titles for each one in caps and then one in normal. What is your thought process behind what you're doing with those?
The first one's the one that they read, and the second one is the one to help out with like SEO.
The way SEO works is that the metadata, which is the title, the descriptions, the tags, some would consider captions to be part of that too, but is they think that you got to optimize it to give Google as much information as possible about this video so that they rank it accordingly. But they end up ranking videos based on what people are clicking on, you know, like what's attracting the most watch time. You know, they have one video and they have all these suggested videos, related videos on the side. Then they're going to put videos that will be the most likely to entice someone who's watched this video to click and watch the next one to keep their viewing session going on YouTube. So you might have a perfectly optimized title for SEO, but if no one's clicking on it and you're not getting the watch time, then Google is going to say, well, put a different video there instead. We'll show a different video in search results instead. If watch time is the number one influencer, which it is, of how videos rank in search, then it's probably in your interest to optimize these titles more for people than for the search engine. So the way I think about it, and you can do both, they're not mutually exclusive, but I usually think about it like 60 to 70%. I'm going to optimize this for people to pitch the value. And then the other 20 to 30% is going to like make sure I get my keywords in there and stuff. Because Google is really smart. They'll use a lot of data points and signals from people who are watching your videos to figure out what this video is about. Even if you totally lied and like in the title, which happens, you know, or you put a thumbnail that's not even remotely relevant to the video just to get clicks. They figure that out really quickly, even though, because from the user signals that they get. I would just go with the titles that are optimized for people. And I think you're entitling them well enough that they're going to be enticing in search and related, and Google's going to know what it's about, and they'll figure that out.
Just cut off the second half, you think?
Yeah, or even the second half is sometimes really good. Like, these 5 tips may save your life. How to prepare for an attacker. I think either one of those are good. How to prepare for an attacker is probably more searchable. Well, it's definitely more searchable because people aren't searching for tips to save my life, you know, but they might be searching for how to prepare for, you know, Sensei Ryan if he attacks me. So number 1, target audience. 2, value proposition, deliver it consistently in every video, points back to that. Clear thumbnails, your titles. You talked about hooks, so strong hooks at the beginning. And then another thing, you do this a little bit, and you do it pretty well, but I think you can improve is the end of your videos, you should give a really strong pitch for your channel. Now, you are asking people to subscribe, you're asking them to like it, you're asking them to comment, you might be asking them to do too many things, actually. If you ask them to do a bunch, they end up doing none of them. So I would pick whichever call to actions are most valuable to you. For me, it's to comment, which is for subscribers, and then to subscribe, which is for non-subscribers. And I just leave it at that, just 2. So, but then when I'm pitching like the subscribe thing, I'm pitching the value of the channel, which you don't do as much. And I'm not saying your channel is going to fail if you don't, but it would be if someone's finding you for the very first time, they liked your video of how to defend themselves against an attacker, and then you come on and say, subscribe because every week I'm going to teach you how to protect yourself or something in that. I'm just making this up, or it's not what your channel's about. It's about other things. And you say that, they're gonna be far more likely to subscribe and say, oh, like there's more value on this channel than just this one video. He talks about this every single week. Like, heck yeah, I'm clicking subscribe, right? So it doesn't have to be long. Mine's too long on my channel. I'm trying to figure out how to shorten it, and I got some ideas I'll implement soon. But just say, I'd love to have you subscribe because blank. So to answer your question, what things do I need to do to grow to 100,000 subscribers? I think it's really just optimizing your content, setting up your channel so you have as low a bounce rate as possible. For when you get views, you want to hook them and catch them and turn them into, convert them into subscribers, because the better your channel is at doing that, the fewer views you need to get in order to grow.
Okay.
And then it's just rinse and repeat, I think, for your channel. Any other questions I can help you with?
I mean, I think that's, I think I got a lot to do now. I got a lot of work to do.
Okay, good.